Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to another brand new live show with me, the host Tarana. As you all know me that I'm Tarana Halim. I'm an instructor of Magic Spoken and I have been working at Magic Spoken for almost 1 year. And today actually we have a very different genre regarding IELTS. So, yeah, as you can see, I have two participants with me, and also I have our brilliant mentor, Mr. Shoriful Islam Shohak sir, who is an IELTS expert. Also, we have two participants like Mubashir Rahman. She's actually developing her English skills by Magic Spoken. Also, we have Hafiza ma'am, who is another instructor of Magic Spoken. I think actually our live is going to be very fruitful today because we are gonna discuss about IELTS actually. At Magic Spoken, we're gonna start our new journey through our new mentor and through IELTS course. So I think that it would be like a frequently asked question answer session with us. And if you have any queries about IELTS and also any queries regarding Magic Spoken, you will also can ask us some questions so that I will try to answer them. Or Mr. Shoriful Islam Shohak sir is always here with us. He will give you a proper guideline which is actually related to IELTS. So today let's start with Mr. Shoriful Islam Shohak sir here. And sir, just you can start right now. And those who are watching us, please let us know that if you have any queries regarding IELTS. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me properly from right now?
Yes, sir, I can really hear you.
Thank you very much again, because you presented the program so well that I'm mesmerized, because your presentation, your pronunciation, your way of presentation is so good that I think every audience will be happy hearing from you. So today I'm really pleased and satisfied as well, because I have the opportunity to say something, to share something with you regarding IELTS. So first of all, I would need to say one thing, that is IELTS is not a course like other English language courses. It's the name of an exam. It's the name of a test, English language test. Everybody knows, I know, but I can mention again, IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. I mean, here, your language skills will be tested in 4 criteria, in 4 categories. They are serially listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So today I will not say something serially from beginning to the end. It will be better if you ask me any question regarding IELTS. I mean, so for example, how can we take the preparation, what kind of materials do we need, and what will be the duration for taking preparation, how can I register for IELTS, who will sit for IELTS, and what is the purpose of sitting for IELTS test, and what is the the duration, I mean the validity of score like this, and who will be the real participants, I mean real aspirants of IELTS course, I mean will be for it will be applicable for the school students or college students or the university students. That's why we we termed or named the program like, this is the FAQ of IELTS, I mean frequently asked questions. So you can take the charge. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Shohak sir. So as you can see, the audience who can see our two participants are here. They can ask questions. First of all, I would like to go Hafiza ma'am at the very first, that if you have any question to our Shohak sir, and also we have our audience.
Okay, at first, assalamu alaikum to everyone who are watching our live show, and also thank you, sir, Shohak sir. Thanks to our Shohak sir, actually. I have different questions, but at first I want to, sir, ask you that why the students of our country, they are actually wanted to sit for the IELTS exam, but they're afraid. Why? What is the scary things for them?
Yeah, if I'm not wrong, I have got your question, and it's a very good question because you see, English is not our mother tongue, so it's a foreign language. That's why not only for IELTS but also for other tests, TOEFL, SAT, ZMAT, GRE, PTE, Duolingo, and some other English tests are there globally. So with the students, I mean, with the candidates from Bangladesh, are fear of English because our basic our foundation is not good. You see, in our academic education, when we start our education from school level, primary, high school, and higher secondary level, and even in university, you see, mostly we focus on two skills, reading and writing. That's why we are totally are deprived of getting the practicing on knowing or involving ourselves in listening and speaking. That's why, so you like institutions, Magic is Spoken has emerged in Bangladesh, and they are doing drastically a very good job for the especially the enthusiastic learners who are trying to speak in English, who are trying to communicate with English in the academics field or in the corporate field or in their service. Okay, so you asked me the question why the Bangladeshi candidates feel some problems. I mean, why they are afraid of getting in touch with IELTS, because they think that as it is a global test, as it is an international language test, maybe they will face some problem. Yeah, that's the reason behind it. But I think so. If you want to, I mean, if anybody wants to do good in IELTS exam, at first they need to know what is the marking criteria of IELTS, and what should be, I mean, what should be the process of taking preparation, and why they will sit for the IELTS test. So one thing I can add with you, that is ESP. Here, ESP, English for specific purpose, because so university teachers know English, even the English medium school students know English, and they can communicate English, but the purpose is different. One purpose is of communication, I mean, is to know, is to learn, and another purpose is to train, is to teach. That means one is for giving, another one is for receiving language. So that means I mean, if anybody wants to sit for IELTS, I think they should not fear of the test. Rather, they should go for the ins and outs of the test so that they can be aware of the issues, whether they are capable for taking preparation or not. So, for example, if anybody feels fear, yeah, I'm not capable of taking preparation for the IELTS, but why? Maybe he can't speak in English. Maybe he can't write by himself. Maybe he can't understand listening English voice, I mean, news or movies or anything. That's the reason behind it. So what should they? They need to develop their four skills, I mean, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Here in this platform already you have developed, you are the English language faculties as well, so you know how to develop spoken English, how to develop fluency, pronunciation, and so many things of spoken English. Hopefully that's the reason.
Okay, sir. I have.
Okay, thank you. Actually, in the meantime, also, I would like to ask a question to you because I have a lot of question on my mind regarding IELTS. Also, I have been asked a lot of time that people in our country just try to focus on the like the time of the preparation. So, sir, like, can you please tell me that how much time exactly we need for preparing ourselves to take the exam? Because it's a very most wanted question and I really don't know that how to actually start from the very basic, and
Yeah,
the weak students are struggling a lot.
you are right. I think it's a common question because people are asking how many days, how many months, how many weeks do I need to prepare myself. So, it depends on the quality of the students, quality of the participants, quality of the aspirants, you see. Because, say, for example, if you have the good skills in four skills, I mean, listening, speaking, reading, that means if you take preparation, if you just know the exam procedure and preparation procedure from Cambridge, as from 1 to 16 Cambridge book, which is called, for practice test, that will be okay for you. So for example, just one, you can be able to prove yourself that you are fit for the test within 1 week. You'll be okay. Sometimes 1 month can be okay. Sometimes 2 months cannot be okay. Even 6 months cannot be okay. Yeah, it depends. So for example, so one candidate who has passed from university, like private university, from any one of the disciplines, and already he has passed JSC, SSC, HSC examination successfully. Even he or she received A plus in English as well. It means that he has some skills. It is called micro skills: vocabulary, basic grammar, pronunciation, some structures, and some, what should I say, imagination power to produce English words, sentences like this. So if you have that kind of quality, I think 1 or 2 months will be okay. But one thing for your better understanding, I can add, that is in Bangladesh, most of the coaching centers, most of the training centers provide different categories or different time frame for the IELTS preparation. So for 2 months or 3 months, 2 to 3 months will be a standard time for taking a preparation. But it can be, it can be increasing one, it can be a decreasing as one, because it depends on the skills acquired by the candidates. So for example, if anybody passes from university, from English department, or the department who deals with the subject or everything in English, it means that the candidate is already in English environment. It means that he or she needs only 1 month preparation. But if he is not like this from situation, I think the time duration will be extended.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your wonderful answer. So, in the meantime, I would like to go our Mubashir Rahman here. You can ask a question to Shohak sir first, and then we are going to move on.
Thank you so much, Dana ma'am, for giving me the chance to ask a question. So, sir, I'd like to ask you that if there's any age limitations of taking the IELTS test, like I'm an SSC candidate of 2022, so I have thought of taking the IELTS test after finishing my SSC examination. So, will it be wise to take the test at that time? What do you think?
Okay, I think this question is really applicable for you, Guy, because you have already passed JS examination. You are sitting for the SSC test, I mean, in the year of 2022. So the first question is, there is no age limit. So anybody can sit for, anybody can take the exam, no problem at all, whether his or her age is 18 or 60, even, no problem at all. So a PhD candidate uh, can be of in need of sitting for IELTS test, and on the other hand, SSC candidate can be a need of sitting for IELTS test. So there is no age limitation. It depends on skills. So say for example, if you wanna do your rest of the education, I mean HEC education, A level education in the countries, I mean the native countries like Australia, the US, the UK, Canada, or in European country where English is the first language, the communication will be in English, both in academic setup or in our day-to-day life setup. That means you have to prove that you are capable in communication. That's why you have to sit for the IELTS test. That means it is applicable for you. On the other hand, so for example, university graduate who is intending to do his or her PhD or MPhil or in a post-graduation diploma or anything else, he has to sit for IELTS test. This is a primary criteria to prove him or her that, yeah, if I have the ability, if I have the opportunity to go in your country, I don't have any problem to communicate in English. That's the thing.
Thank you, sir. Okay, in the meantime, I want to say that those who are watching us from different parts of the country, just keep commenting here so that our Shariful Islam sir would just answer the questions. And I have a question to you, sir, that most of the members of Magic Spoken, as I have already like given them classes, and they just want to know that how can we take the IELTS, or where should we, like how can we start the preparation. The basic thing is that like some members are not that much strong in English, and some members are not really know about IELTS. So the four modules, and all the four modules that the magic members are all here, they are watching us. So can you please tell us the like the briefly about the four modules, and also I would like to know that how can we like go for the weaker students, those who cannot even deal with English language. They are really afraid of it. So because they really want to go abroad, and before going abroad they need the proper IELTS preparation. So you can just suggest us.
Okay, I think this question is almost similar to the question of Manshafiz as well. But yeah, I can add some extra ideas. You see, so it's not all about four modules. The modules in IELTS exam, there are two modules. One is called academic module, and another one is GT module, I mean general training module. If you want to go for higher study in native countries of English, you have to sit for the IELTS test, for academic IELTS test. And if you go for immigration purpose or job purpose, you have to sit for the general training module. And then you have said that the magic spoken faculties are over there. They are trying to cope up with the IELTS preparation. You see, already one has been done. So one of the four skills has been done by you, that is spoken English. So in Bangladesh, one criterion I have found that most of the English learners even uh, consider as that if you can speak in English, it means that, oh, you will do good in IELTS. But it's not, because speaking English is one fourth of the four skills. You see, what about the other three? I mean, the reading, writing, and listening. The another thing I can add. So if you can speak in English fluently, it doesn't mean that you will do good in IELTS. It doesn't confirm you. It doesn't ensure, because there are some marking criteria. So, for example, I can mention here in IELTS speaking there are four marking criteria. Among the four, I think mention one, that is fluency. And then second one is coherence and cohesion. Third one is grammatical range and accuracy. And the fourth one is pronunciation. Yeah, some people think that, wow, he can speak English like the British, like the American, like the Canadian. So what the benefit? If you speak like the Indian or Bangladeshi, it doesn't matter, you can get 9 out of 9. On the other hand, if following a very good accent of the British American, you may not get 6 or 7 even. What does it mean? It means that you need to know the marking criteria at first, so that you can develop yourself. So I think I can wrap up the answer of your question in such a way that that is at first you need to know what is IELTS, in which way I should take my preparation, from where I will start my journey of preparation. Because there is a saying that what should I say, difficult preparation and the war will be easy. That is a saying in a defense competition or defense learning training, you see. So I think all you are learned faculties of English language, and you are dealing with a very crucial part, because if you can develop your speaking skills, it means that you have developed your confidence. If you can develop your confidence, I can guarantee you there is a good chance to develop other three skills as well. So if you can allow me, I think I can share my screen. If it is visible before the audience, I think they will be better view. Should I? Or
Yes,
if
sir.
Okay, thank you very much for giving me the permission. If there any question from the audience, that you can ask me from them. And
Okay, dear audience, if you have some question, because we are all open here, we can just answer the question. We have a brilliant mentor with us. So just ask any question, whatever you want to know about IELTS or whatever you need, because Magic Spoken are going to start the IELTS whole thing. So
okay,
okay, Shariful Islam
okay,
Shohak sir,
yeah,
you can
yeah.
start.
Tarana, can you see my screen before
Yes,
you?
I can obviously see your screen, and you can just, it is just
Yeah.
visible right now. All
Okay,
right.
thank you very much for your quick response. Indeed, you see, there is a very motivational speech. Success starts with IELTS. So, British by British Council. So I can move on. You see, first of all, I want to discuss very shortly what is IELTS, test format, test modules, and the registration process, and in what way I can choose my choice here. So that is what is IELTS, you see. So if I ask any student what is IELTS, they just elaborate the term International English Language Testing System. Here you see IELTS is such a test where you will be evaluated, you will be assessed whether you have the English language ability among the people I mean, where you can use English language in the academic setup. Yeah, you see, who intend to study or work where English is the language of communication. And that is the purpose of IELTS. You need to know, why should I go for IELTS preparation and exam? So you see, so I can share the slides. You can see, and then who are the owners of the test? You see the partner members, British Council, IDP, and then University of Cambridge SL examinations body. The three organizations, three body deal with IELTS exam. This is the basis that will not be helpful for your preparation, but I think it can give you some internal motivation to go for. You see the modules already I have mentioned. You see the academic module and general training module, right? So IELTS test results. So that can be another FAQ, like test result is valid for the lifelong or only for 1 year or 2 years. You see 2 years. If you sit for the test and you received your score, and after receiving your score, after publishing your IELTS result, you will have the validity of your score only for 2 years. Because you see, because your English language ability can fluctuate. I mean, now you can communicate English very fluently in a very good way, both in for listening, speaking, reading, among the first skills. But after some days, you may not be able. Yeah, or you can be a master one as well. So it depends. So the band score is awarded per subtest LRWS in short form. You see, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Band score ranges from 1 to 9. I mean, there is no pass or fail mark here, right? If you sit for that test, definitely you will get some score, and that score will be useful or handy for you. So for example, you got a very sorry figure, very sorry score in your IELTS test, like 4 or 5. Yeah, definitely it will work big. But you see, in Bangla sing joto gur toto mishti, it means that the score will be the more, the opportunity will be more in getting admission in very good universities, getting a very good job, everything, right? So you see the band score here. So look at this, look at the slides. So if you're not user like Chinese, the Chinese people don't know how to use English. Even they don't know the word mobile as well. Once upon a time, I had the opportunity to visit China in Shanghai city. I went to a Walmart shopping mall and I found a mobile shop, and I asked them, can you show me some mobile phone? Because you see, the China has a big market to buy, to purchase, within a very, what should I say, the short amount, the short money will cover you maximum purchasability, but they can't understand anything. So that's the, so intermittent user, 2, extremely limited user, 3. For your better thing, the audience who are watching us and listening us very carefully, because Magic Spoken is going to launch a very what should I say, exceptionally well Magic IELTS Spoken from the month of January. I mean, January 1st will be the launching time of Magic IELTS course. Along with this course, we are gonna introduce with you advanced spoken, and I mean, which is called next level spoken. Yeah, I know. And then advanced grammar, where you will be able to learn many structures, because yeah, I know some people can speak in English, some people can write in English, but that English is not up to the mark. You need to know some of the qualities, some of the levels as well. So you see, sometimes we categorize the people under 3 categories in terms of learning English, like beginner level and intermediate level and advanced level. In terms of CEFR, Common European Framework, we can categorize another way, that is A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. I think we can describe this issue later on. That can be tough one for the the what's the newbies. So limited user, I think the JSC candidates can be termed as limited user. The SSC candidates like Mubashira can be termed as modest user. The HSC candidate can be termed, in Bangladesh especially, yeah, it can fluctuate, competent user. University candidate can be termed as good user, or the very good is 8. And there are sub point as well, like 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, but no 6 quarter or the quarter to 7, not like this. Only 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, like this. And I can go back the test format. You see, I'll test format. So 30 minutes for listening test, academic reading and general reading for 60 minutes. Speaking test will be held only for 11 to 14 minutes, 2 days. In recent times, you'll be happy to know that you have to go to the center 2 days for the IELTS test, speaking for a single day, and another three skills will be tested in a single day. I mean, listening, reading, and writing. Consequently and serially, sequentially, it will be tested. So I'm not gonna deal with in detail right now, but it will be discussed later. So there's a listening test time. There's some criteria. Today I'm not going to discuss, because if you have any specific question, definitely I'll go for. So this is one slide. You can see speaking test criteria. In Bangladesh, you see some of the people think that if anybody can speak faster English, yeah, he's a fluent speaker. No, not at all. In speaking test in IELTS, there is no need of speaking very fast. You speak very fast, it means that you are avoiding some pronunciation skills. You are mistaking in grammar issues as well. In Arabic language, that are called makhraj. You need to know in which year, because there is a mark for pronunciation, not for the accent. You see, fluency is the one marking criteria. Vocabulary range, because you see, we need to use posh vocabulary here. The posh or C1 C2 vocabularies mean the, so that you can prove to the examiner, yeah, I know lots of vocabularies, I can use a range of vocabularies, it, if it is demanded in situation, pragmatically, syntactically, it depends on. So grammatical range and accuracy, one sentence you can say in simple sentence, you can use a complex sentence or compound or complex and compound sentence, but that should be accurate. And you need to have some knowledge of morphological, syntactical, semantical, pragmatical. In the very first class, you might think that, yeah, they're very difficult. No, not at all. When I will explain in the class, you will get the opportunity to write down, to ask me question, very short question, and definitely we will record the class as it is a live session. You are watching us, so you see, when you will be able to get in touch with us, you will get the opportunity to take our every material from us. We have all kinds of IELTS materials, not only the Cambridge, but also other sub skills materials. There are two kinds of skills. One is called major skills, and another one is called minor skill, or macro skill, or micro skill. Macro skills are for listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Micro skills you can term as grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and some other things. You see, that's the thing. Now I can go back.
Sir, in the meantime, I have a question. As the
Definitely.
previous slide, I have seen that the speaking test criterias, there were vocabulary and also there were pronunciation. So, as we are actually Magic Spoken family, we are actually used to speaking a lot. But the thing is that the important thing, which is actually I need to know that how much important to know the grammar or how much important to know the pronunciation to take the IELTS exam. Like, does it really that much important for the IELTS, IELTS examiner, the students of IELTS?
Obviously, yes. You see, obviously, it's because you see the criteria. So fluency, it covers 1/4. I mean, 25%. So, for example, in speaking test, 100 marks. 100 marks is equal to 9 band. You see. So if you, I mean, divide the marks 9. 2.25 is for fluency. 2.25 is for vocabulary. 2.25 is for grammatical range, along with accuracy, and 2.25 is for pronunciation. And then you can sum up. 2.25 into 4 is equal to 9. So you ask me the question, so how much important it is for the IELTS test to develop, grammar and pronunciation. Definitely this is very important, because if you can speak in English but it is full of mistakes, your band will be, very low. And if your pronunciation is not intelligible or comprehensible, what will be happening then? So that will definitely deteriorate your score as well. But one thing you see, I can give an example. Like, if you see how much the product of the cost is, you see, this is highly expensive, sir. So it means that you using a vocabulary, very normal vocabulary, highly expensive, you will get 6 band. If you say, yeah, the price of the product is overly expensive, that means you are using a very posh vocabulary, I mean V2 level vocabulary, you might get 7. But if you use that the price of the commodity is overtly expensive, means that you have used C2 vocabulary. Hopefully you have got my point. The range of vocabulary in terms of grammar, you see. So for example, I know a boy. His name is Robbie, full stop. He is my cousin, full stop. He lives beside our house, full stop. These are the sentences. These are simple sentences. They are not wrong. Absolutely okay, I'm fine. But if you say, I know a boy whose name is Robbie, living beside our house and is a gentle boy. You see the range of grammar. It means that it will accelerate your score. And you see the pronunciation. Here the pronunciation means RP. Do you know about RP? I know you are from English background. I mean, you are a student of English language and literature. So RP means received pronunciation. If you can understand pronunciation clearly, vividly, that will be okay. Whether it will be like the British native or American native, it doesn't matter at all. Is it clear?
Yes, sir, all clear. Right now, we have two participants, and those who are watching us, please ask any question. And I would like to go our Hafiza ma'am again to ask our sir if you have any question.
Sir, I have a basic question. Maybe the question.
Okay, let me interrupt a bit. Hafiza ma'am, I cannot really hear you very, like, your microphone is kind of.
Okay. Okay, my question is very basic. Maybe a lot of students have the same question. The question is that what was the importance of an instructor or of an IELTS expert in case of preparing for the IELTS exam for a student or
I
anyone?
was ready for the question. I was ready for the question. Thank you very much, Mansha. Hafiza, you asked me a
Yes,
very
that
valid
can
question.
everyone have the. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. Because you see, in Bangladesh, there is a tendency for the newbie learner. Yeah, everything, every material or all the things are available in YouTube and Google. You see, so what's the utility? Why are you getting for degree in school? Why are you going to college? Why are you going for university? Only for getting a certificate? Maybe no. You need to know. So don't you think that most of the materials are definitely are available in YouTube? Mentor is needed. So I can give your answer scientifically. You see, uh, IELTS examination is an exam to test your skills, not your knowledge. If I if I am tested for knowledge based, yeah, I can cut a very good figure because I have a very good knowledge behind me as I did my honors and masters in English language and literature, even in applied linguistics. But you see, some students sometimes they cut a very good score rather than me. What does it mean? It means that it is based on skills. So riding a bicycle is a proof of the skill. Definitely, IELTS examination means that you are skilled in four skills. So you asked me that is it possible to prepare, I mean, getting resources from YouTube and Google? No, I don't agree with it. Yeah, you can get support from the sources that will help you, because you see most of the learners are not studious in Bangladesh. So by born or inborn or naturally, you see, if they don't get any push from the teachers, from the parents, or from anything, they will not be motivated, they will not be inspired to do something, and they will not follow their routine, they will not follow their, what should I say, time frame, and so many issues. There are some pros and cons of the things what are not included in most of the YouTube channels. And there is a dangerous thing that some of the newly learners of IELTS, what should I say, I mean, a proverb that little learning is a very dangerous thing. Some of the novels of English language, they come up with to highlight themselves, to make them viral, and they introduce themselves. Yeah, I know a lot of English, and they can pronounce some of the words following British accent or American accent. But there's a what should I say? An empty vessel sounds much. Yeah, they are good, but they don't have enough skills behind them. Even they can't speak for a long time. So what's the benefit of getting in touch with them from YouTube? I think not only for me, I'm not saying for myself, definitely mentor is a what should I say, needed one, a required issue for taking a profession if you go for getting a very good score like 7 or 8 out of 9. Is it okay?
Yes, sir, absolutely okay. Okay,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Now, I would like to answer a question from our comment section that someone has commented here. I want to speak with you and all participants. Is it possible? Yes, it's always possible. If you are gonna member of Magic Spoken, then it's always welcome to go on live with us so that we can just talk and discuss about many things. And our Sarah Sahara ma'am has written down here that I want to do IELTS for my higher studies. Yes, I would like to respond you that you are always welcome at Magic Spoken. Thank you for your question. Okay, sir. Is there any suggestion for the for the new beginner of like who are preparing? Is there any like suggestion for any kind of suggestion that you can just give us?
Before going to answer this question, I think I wanna break the rule of Magic Spoken. It means that now I am speaking in Bangla because
Okay.
you said for the beginners. For the beginners, I think I should start from our mother tongue Bangla. আমাদের একটি বিষয় চিন্তা করে দেখতে হবে, সেটা হলো যে আমি যদি এখন সারাক্ষণ ইংলিশে কথা বলতেই থাকবই, ইট উইল হ্যাপেন। সো ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে যে সবাই মনে করবে ও মাই গড, আমি তো ইংলিশে এমনি কাঁচা, এই টিচারের কাছে যদি আমি আইএলটিএস কোর্স করি, উনি পুরো কোর্স ইংলিশে কন্ডাক্ট করবে আমাদের ম্যাজিক স্পোকেনের ফ্যাকাল্টিদের মতো করে, আমাদের যে ম্যাজিক সার্ভার স্যারের মতো করে, তাহলে তো মুশকিল হয়ে যাবে। আমরা তো অনেক কিছু মাথায় প্রশ্ন আসলে যে ইংলিশে কোয়েশ্চেনটা করতে হবে, এটাও তো অনেকের জন্য সমস্যা হতে পারে। আই আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড। তো আমি বাংলায় এই জন্য ব্যাক করলাম যে বিগিনারদের জন্য কি হবে, আমরা যে কোর্সটা যেভাবে সাজিয়েছি, খুব কয়েকদিনের মধ্যেই, 2-4 দিনের মধ্যে হয়তো আমরা আমাদের পেজে সবাইকে জানিয়ে দিব। আমরা কোর্স শেষে আমরা পুরো কোর্সটি হবে অনলাইনে। এই অনলাইনে কোর্সটি আমরা করব হচ্ছে 2 মাস ব্যাপী। 2 মাসে আমরা সপ্তাহে হচ্ছে 3 দিন করে ক্লাস নিব হোপফুলি, এবং প্রতিটি ক্লাস হবে 1.5 ঘন্টা করে। এবং আমরা এই ক্লাসগুলোতে যত ধরনের স্টাডি ম্যাটেরিয়ালস লাগবে সবগুলো আমরা অনলাইন ম্যাটেরিয়ালস আমরা প্রোভাইড করব। কোনো কোনো ক্ষেত্রে অফলাইন ম্যাটেরিয়ালস হেল্পফুল হয়, আমি এটা মনে করি। সেক্ষেত্রে সেগুলো দেওয়ার ব্যবস্থা করব আমরা। কোত্থেকে কিনতে হবে, কিভাবে কিনতে হবে, প্রিপারেশন আমরা সত্যি কথা বলতে কি আমরা একটা ইন্টেন্সিভ কেয়ারে নিয়ে আসবো যারা আমাদের টাচে আসবে। যে কথাটা না বললে না, আমি এখানে যে কমেন্টে আমিও দেখতে পাচ্ছি সাহেরা, তারপরে হচ্ছে আরো কয়েকজন আগ্রহ প্রকাশ করেছেন কথা বলার জন্য, আপনারা কমেন্ট করার জন্য আপনাদেরকে অসংখ্য অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। অনেকে আবার আছে যে দেখছে, কমেন্ট করে না, কারণ কমেন্ট করলে যদি কোনো প্রবলেম অ্যারাইজ করবে, তারা দেখতেছে কিন্তু কমেন্ট করবে না, আমি জানি এমনটা হয়ে থাকে। তো আমি তাদের ক্ষেত্রেও বলছি, বিষয়টা হচ্ছে কি, যখনই কোনো ইস্যু আছে, যেমন আমি মোটামুটি যতটুকু ইংলিশ পারি, আমাদের বাড়ি তো বাংলাদেশে, তারপরে চিন্তা করুন ইংলিশ লার্নিং প্রোগ্রামে গেলে আমি একটু শক্ত হয়ে যাই, না এখন আমাকে ইংলিশে বলতে হবে, এখন আমাকে ইংলিশ বুঝতে হবে। সো এটা যদি আমারই এরকম অবস্থা হতে পারে, তাহলে যারা লার্নার তাদের হওয়াটা অস্বাভাবিক কিছু নয়, এবং এটা দোষের কিছু নয়। হ্যাঁ, তো আমি যেটা বলতেছিলাম যে বিগিনারদের জন্য যেটা কাজ হবে সেটা হচ্ছে, সে যদি একেবারে বিগিনার হয়, তাকে আমরা একটা প্লেসমেন্ট টেস্ট নিব, যেটা ব্রিটিশ কাউন্সিল বা আইডিপি নিয়ে থাকে। আমরা প্লেসমেন্ট টেস্ট নিয়ে যাচাই করব যে সে নিজে মুখে বিগিনার বললে তো হবে না, আমি জাস্টিফাই করা ছাড়া আমি এটা ডিক্লারেশন দিতে পারি না। যেমন কারো রোগ হলে কিন্তু আগে ডায়াগনোজ করা হয়, ডায়াগনস্টিক সেন্টারকে টেস্ট করার পরে আমরা ঔষধটা লিখি, তখন আমি দেখবো যে সে কোন স্কিলে আছে। যদি আমরা মনে করি যে সে আইএলটিএস করতে চায়, দেশে বেড়ে যাইতে চায়, সব ঠিক আছে, বাট ভেরি পুয়ার, তাহলে আমরা তাকে করব যে প্রথম যে পরামর্শটি আমি দিব আমার কাছ থেকে, সেটা হচ্ছে he should go for magic spoken course at first. After completing magic spoken course, he will be able to speak in English, and also he will able to develop his কনফিডেন্স এট ফার্স্ট। তো এই জায়গাটা চলে আসলে দেন আমরা তাকে রিডিং রাইটিং নিয়ে আমরা কাজগুলো করতে পারবো। আর অনেক কঠিন না কিন্তু, আইএলটিএস যারা বলে কঠিন তারা ভুল বলে। আমরা প্রচুর বাংলায়ও কন্টেন্ট দিব, বুঝতে দিব, কারণ ইংলিশ সেন্টেন্স যদি পড়ে যদি অর্থ বুঝতে না পারি, তাহলে আমার হোয়াট এভার ইট ইজ রিডিং অর রাইটিং সব জায়গায় প্রবলেম হবে, ইভেন লিস্টিংও কিন্তু প্রবলেম হবে। কারণ আমি যদি দেখে সেন্টেন্স পড়ে না বুঝি তাহলে শুধু বলতে পারলে কিন্তু হবে না, বলতে পারলে তো একটা স্কিল হলো। যেমন আমি একটা মজার কথা বলে এই কোয়েশ্চেন আনসারটি শেষ করতে চাই, সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমার কিছু ক্যান্ডিডেট আছে, কিছু আর কি, তারা বলে যে স্যার আমার তো ইংরেজিতে কথা বলতে সমস্যা হবে না অ্যাজ টেস্টে, মানে Mancha will agree with me that they will face some problems like this. Maybe I'll understand the questions of the examiner because the examiner will ask me the question in such a way that pronunciation will be the impediment for me, obstacle for me. তাদের অ্যাকসেন্ট, তারা একটু ফাস্ট কথা বলবে, ওই জায়গায় সে শুনে বুঝবেন, তাহলে এটা কিন্তু তার স্পিকিং প্রবলেম না, প্রবলেম হচ্ছে লিসনিং এ। তো আমি যদি কোয়েশ্চেনই না বুঝি তাহলে আমি ইংলিশ পারলেই লাভ হবে কি? কি বলবো আমি? আমাকে জিজ্ঞেস করবে একটা, আমি বলবে সো হোয়াট ডিড ইউ সো, তো উনি বলছে সরি কি বললেন, ওটা তো পাল্টা কোয়েশ্চেন তো অ্যান্সার করা যায় না স্পিকিং এ, তাই না? তাকে আনসার করতে হবে। তাহলে আমার কাছে যেটা মনে হয় যে একজন বিগিনারের জন্য চারটে স্কিলস, ফোর স্কিলস এটাকে একটু একটু করে কাজ করতে হবে আর কি। Any more question, please?
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, I would like to go to my another two participant here. Is there any question you have? You can ask.
Mubashira can have, I think.
I would like to ask another question. It's that whenever we try to solve the reading test, we actually face lots of problems in our vocabularies. So, how can we improve our vocabularies? Because some people advise that read the dictionary, and I actually really tried that, but I saw without context, learning words cannot be beneficial, and I didn't find it beneficial. So, sir, can you please suggest some ways to improve my vocabulary?
Yeah, in our main course, we will do some exercises, do some special activities to develop our vocabulary skills. In IELTS, we term it as lexis or lexical resources. If you want to develop your lexical resources, you need to follow some process or procedures. So if you start learning from dictionary, so diction means vocab. So if you learn word from dictionary, that will not be effective because you will forget. Already you mentioned in your question, without having any context, without having any situation, pragmatic situation, you will not be successful. Whatever the vocabulary you learn, right, you will forget. You need to have the scope of applying your learning or learned vocabulary in our day-to-day life or in our application process. So in IELTS reading, you don't need to learn lots of vocabularies because you see there might be some uncommon, unknown, or what should I say, difficult vocabulary, but you need to know, I mean, you need to have some techniques, tricks, hacks, and there are two types of reading as well, skimming and scanning. We'll describe it later on in the real course. You see, if I can get the meaning, what is the meaning of the word it is, I mean, positive meaning or negative meaning, just we can go for. But if you don't know, many vocabulary, that will be a problem. So for your question, I can answer directly, a note, a single note. The note will cover from Cambridge book 1 to 16, the latest book as well. So in one book, we have 4 tests. How many tests? 4 tests. So in 4 tests, you see in a single test, we have 3 passages, 4 reading section. So that means 16 books, we have 16 into 4, 64 tests. 64 tests into 3. So if we multiply the passages, that will be how many passages? 3 into 64, maybe more than 150 passages. So from that passages, we made a note of vocabulary. What kind of vocabularies have already emerged in our reading test? Then we will supply the meaning, contextual meaning, with the application as a note. From then I will give you some homeworks to study, like for this, for that. Then you will be able to use it as well as you are continuing and ask course with me or anybody else. No problem. And this is the way of developing your lexical resources.
Thank you, sir. Let me actually tell you that your network is kind of a little bit poor right now. So due to that, I think that also our time is also going on. So in the meantime, I would like to tell our audience to ask any question, and I would like to give the floor to Shohak, sir. If you have some just suggestion for anyone, or like as our magic spoken is gonna start the IELTS, so is there anything that you can you want to add more?
Thank you. I know this is the what should I say? This is the last but not the least. That's why you asked me the question. আমার আর কি বলা উচিত এখানে? আমরা কমেন্টে যারা যারা কথা বলেছে তাদের নামগুলো নিলে দে উইল বি হ্যাপি। প্রথমে আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি বান্দা কাদের, তিনি বলেছেন হাই হাই। তারপর হচ্ছে মোহাম্মদ আক্তার আহসান হোসেন, আসসালামু আলাইকুম এভরিবডি ফ্রম মাই সাইড। ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম ওয়া রাহমাতুল্লাহি ওয়া বারাকাতুহু। দেন আমাদের সারোয়ার সাথে তো আছেনই। Mustaqim says great work for us. Thank you, Bhaiya. And my Mikhail or Michael Roy, I want to talk in English with you. So what could I do? Just you could speak in English with me. That's the solution. No problem. And then আল্লাহ কেমন দ্রুত বলে যাচ্ছে ইংলিশ, আমি পারি না কেন? ইংলিশে কথা বলতে কবে পারবো? আল্লাহ আল্লাহু আকবার। I think as you have that kind of urge in inside, I think that fire will ignite you to speak in English. Don't worry, don't worry. You will be hopefully
Let me
gripping.
interrupt, sir. Like those who are watching us and commenting down here, I would like to recommend Magic Spoken. Actually, Magic Spoken is always here to get a proper fluency, to get a proper pronunciation, and we have also here to go on live, so you can join Magic Spoken as early as possible.
Yeah, that's
Thank
a good
you.
marketing. Yeah, so your comment has helped the presenter to marketize about Magic Spoken, and it's a magical way. Thank you. And আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি Muhammad Safir. Yeah, it's a very good name. Getting thank you. Abdul Razak, mashallah. Yeah, alhamdulillah, jazakallah khairan. And then Muhammad Suman. What is more important? Fluency or pronunciation? ভাই আমরা অলরেডি এটা বলেছি, both are important. ফ্লুয়েন্সিতেও নাম্বার আছে, প্রনাউন্সিয়েশনের নাম্বার আছে, আরো দুটো ক্যাটাগরি বলেছি। আমাদের এটা লাইভ রেকর্ডে থাকবে, আপনি একটু দয়া করে শুনবেন। এরপরে কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন থাকলে মেহুনা মানে আমরা আছি না, পরে আনসার করবো। আব্দুল্লাহ আল মামুন আমাদেরকে লাভ রিয়াকশন দিয়েছেন, ইয়েস আমরা একটু লাভ রিয়াকশন দিয়ে দিলাম। তারপর দেখেছি যে আব্দুল্লাহ আল মামুন আবার ব্ল্যাক লাভ দিয়েছেন, ট্যাং ট্যাং ট্যাং। তারপর মোহাম্মদ মাহফুজুর রহমান, আই ওয়ান্ট টু স্পিক উইথ ইউ এন্ড অল পার্টিসিপেন্ট, everything is possible, nothing is impossible in the world, especially if you want to learn English, if you want to prove that you are a good speaker of English. Okay, সারা সারা ভালোবাসা দিয়েছেন, নিলাম, সময় পেলে আমরা সবাই দিব।
Sir, I would like to add something, those who are watching us from different sites, that how to get enrolled for IELTS at Magic Spoken. We have our website, which is, you know, that www.magicspoken.com. You have to go on our website and you can get enrolled, whichever course you need to enroll. And I think that IELTS is going to be fantastic because we have our mentor Shohak sir, and we're going to learn much more things from him. So, okay, and anything else you want to say, sir?
Yeah, thank you. So আমি এখনই শেষ করছি সেটা ফার্স্ট হৃদয়ে বাংলাদেশ। Definitely, I'm from Chapai Novabun, sir. Thanks. Welcome. Hello everyone, how are you? We are fine, thank you. Hopefully all of you are keeping fine. And assalamu alaikum, so wa alaikum assalam. You want to do well, you are just welcome, most welcome anytime. For your hazard, that means you will sit for the academic IELTS test. Yeah, you can go for no problem. Muhammad Shakir, hello sir. I'm from Dhaka. Yeah, we are also from Dhaka. যাকে সুযোগ দেওয়া উচিত, কিসের জন্য সুযোগ দেওয়া উচিত যদি বলতেন, আমরা সেটা বিবেচনা, আমরা ইংরেজি শেখার সুযোগ করে দিতে পারি। উই ক্যান গ্যারান্টি ইট। এন্ড মোহাম্মদ সাব্বির আলী, নাইস, থ্যাংক ইউ। অনেকে কেউ নাইস বলছেন না, হয়তো প্রোগ্রাম নেই, অথবা আমরা নাইস। ফাতিহা বলছেন হ্যালো হ্যালো, গুড জব, ইয়া থ্যাংক ইউ। আই উড লাইক টু ম্যাম জুবাইর পল্লব, আমরা পেয়েছি একজনকে। আই উড লাইক টু মেম্বার এন্ড জয়েন ইউর ম্যাজিক স্পোকেন ভার্চুয়ালি ফর প্রিপেয়ারিং আস। Thank you, welcome ভাইয়া। So we are looking for you. So I think আপনারা পরে সুযোগ পাবেন কন্ট্যাক্ট করার জন্য। কেউ কিন্তু কোর্স ফি কত জানতে চায়নি, তার মধ্যে এখানে আমাদের সাথে যারা যুক্ত আছে তাদের এটা কোনো ইস্যু না। ফাইন্যান্স ইজ নট আ ম্যাটার অফ অ্যান ইস্যু। তাদের ইস্যু হচ্ছে আমরা শিখবো, ভালো করবো, ক্যারিয়ার বিল্ড আপ করবো। এটা খুব ভালো লেগেছে। আই ওয়ান্ট টু ডু স্পোকেন ইংলিশ বিকজ আই এম ভেরি উইক ইন ইংলিশ। পুরোটা লিখে নি না, লিখছেন তো ভালো, বেশি একটা উইক না, আসলে ভেরি শব্দটা কেটে দেন, বলেন যে আই এম অল্প উইক, কারণ হচ্ছে যে আপনি ভালো ইংলিশ লিখেছেন। তাহলে মোহাম্মদ ইলিয়াস, আই এম অলসো সিঙ্গাপুর। you are Singapore, maybe you are from Singapore. Thank you. So আমরা এই ধরনের গ্রামাটিক্যাল ইস্যুস গুলো নিয়ে পরে কথা বলবো। আমার কাছে কিন্তু আজকে আড্ডা স্টাইলে এসে সবার সাথে কথা বলেছে, ও এখন একটু ইংলিশে ব্যাক করা যেতে পারে। So I'm really happy and I should appreciate your venture. Like Mubashir Rahman, being a school student, you were really fine in asking me the questions. And Mansha Fiza, you are really spontaneous always, as I know you. And Tarana, nothing to say about you because you are always lovely and spontaneous in communication in English and also in presentation. So every credit goes to you, goes to Magic Spoken family. As a guest, I'm really happy. Thank you very, very much. That's all from my side.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your lovely suggestion and all the things you made us love at the last of this live. Thank you so much. And those who are watching us, don't forget to share the live and comment on the live show. And if you have any queries regarding IELTS, also our spoken English course, you can also get enrolled by our website, and you also can get the information through the website. So today I'm done with this live. Thank you, everyone. And everyone, please pray for us because we are starting the new journey with the IELTS. So thank you. That's all. I think I have to end the broadcast right now. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.